Hi guys, let's see about the detailed losses in PV system. So going for a grid connected system. So in grid connected system, you having a detailed loss section. So each there are several losses. We'll be seeing this one by one. First, start with thermal parameters. So thermal parameter in the sense thermal losses. It will be differing upon the place you're installing. So in case it is for a ground mounted, you will be having 29%. You can just use 29% as a losses here. So in case you're going for an RCC, you can use up to 20 to 20% of losses. So in this you are using for an RCC, sheet roof structures, you can go for 18% of losses. So you can just select the type of mounting you are using it. So it is free mounted modules with air circulated. This will be applicable for a ground mounted project and semi-integrated with air ducts. So in case you're raising a structure in sheet roof, you can use this. And insulated with integrated with fully insulated back. So this will be selected when you are using a module parallel to the roof. So you are not elevating the modules and you are placing the modules parallel to the roof. You can select this option. So going for an ohmic losses. So ohmic losses for DC and AC cable losses, you can use a default parameter of 1.5%. So PVSys will be taking around 2 to 3%. You can use up to 1.5% for both AC and DC ohmic losses. I'm going for module quality, LID and mismatch losses. So LID is nothing but light induced degradation. So when a module is exposed to sun, it has a more degradation in the first year. So example 2% to 2.5% in the first year. From the next second to third year, it may have 0.6 to 0.7% depending upon the manufacturers. So it will be taken default from the pan file you have selected. And going for mismatch losses, this will be also be taken from the pan file. So you can just use it pan file for a reference for mismatching and LED losses. So model quality, it can be taken at minus 0.3% as an default. And I'm going for a soil losses. Soil losses is nothing but accumulation of dust particle on the surface of the PV module, so which decreases the performance of the plant. So regular cleaning of modules will reduce the soil losses. So soil losses, you can take it around 2.5%. So PV system will take around 3%. You can just use it for 2.5%. And moving to IM losses. So IM losses is nothing but incident angle modifier losses. So the incident effect decreases the irradiation reaching the PV module. So this is due to the reflection of the glass above the modules, right? So this will cause the irradiation losses. So this will be taken default from the PV system. Irradiation losses also depend upon the behavior of a crystalline PV model. So depend upon two factors: R shunt resistance and R series resistance. When R shunt is low and R shunt is high, the PV module losses will be high. So you have to maintain R shunt resistance high and R series resistance low to have a good performance in PV module. And moving to auxiliary losses. Auxiliary losses, it will be taken default from the PVSist. So it is nothing but the auxiliary power consumption. So taking an example of inverter consumption at night. So this will be taken into auxiliary energy losses. And going for degradation. So these degradation factors will be taken default from the PV system. So you no need to change any data. So depending upon the pan file and the file you provided, so this PV system will take its default from the pan file. So I'm going for unavailability. So unavailability is the grid unavailability for a particular year. You can consume it for a number of days. You can take it as for a days, or you can give it in a percentage. So percentage, it takes around 2%. So that is too high. You can maintain below 1%. So usually we maintain 0.5% of grid unavailability. So this is in a rare scenario. So or in case you need to have a particular time for grid unavailability, you can just enter the time period. So this is all the things you should cover in PVSys losses section. So don't forget to apply this factors for a simulation.